The purpose of rules is to reduce mayhem. Despite that, some adults make poorly designed rules that damage our childhood. I am going to talk about 5 of the most poorly designed ones I have experienced or heard of. Please note, I am not naming them in any particular order. 1. If one person antagonizes another person, and then the second person antagonizes back, the first person gets into no trouble, and the second person is left with consequences. Flaw. If you think a person is going to antagonize back, whenever he or she gets antagonized, you can set that person up. It should be noted that in various cases, the first person didn't plan the second person antagonizing back. However, whether or not the first person planned it, the rule is annoying. Also, the more a person suffers from this rule, the more he or she might start wanting to be a person who gets other people into trouble and gets away with it. This means the rule can turn a person who tries to be good into someone who tries to be bad. A better rule would be if one person antagonizes another person and then the second person antagonizes back, the second person gets into no trouble and the first person is left with consequences. Number 2, if a person makes fun of someone else's shirt, eyewear, lunchbox, notebook, etc., the latter person loses the right to bring that item. That way, the latter person cannot be made fun of again for bringing that item. Flaw. You can take away other people's rights. A better alternative would be to exclusively blame the former person. Free. If one person pushes another person into a third person who bumps into a fourth person, etc., everyone from the person who started to the second to last person gets into trouble for pushing someone. Flaw. Only the first person pushed deliberately. A better alternative would be to exclusively blame the person who started. Number 4, if you realize your bully is adjacent to you in line, you have to go to the back of the line. This poorly designed rule has a list of flaws. Why should you go to the back? You're not the bully. In some cases, you lined up first. Why should you automatically be the one who has to go to the back? A bully can exploit this rule by attempting to line up next to you. In some cases, you are already in the back of the line. This means the rule is not prepared for every scenario. In some cases, you are second from the back of the line, and your bully is in the back. In these cases, going to the back of the line does not get you away from your bully. In some cases, the bully will pursue you to the back of the line. This means you can lose your spot and still be adjacent to your bully. In some cases, there is another bully at the back of the line. In some cases, the bully will pick on someone else. While this rule can get you away from the bully, it might not stop the bully from bullying. Some bullies have ways of antagonizing from a distance. Example, pushing people into you. Some people would say a better alternative would be the bully should go to the back of the line. And some other people would say a better alternative would be whoever got there first should be the one who should keep their spot in line. But both of those have flaws. Pause the video if you want to read them. A better alternative would be the people in charge should give the bully consequences as soon as he or she antagonizes you. 5. People in charge have the right to say, "I said so," as a reason. Instead of explaining the flaw, I will leave a comic.